In order to administer the DRA3 level estimator online, you will first need to log in to your online DRA account. Once you're on the home page, this drop-down menu here allows you to manage location, users, student, roles, and rosters. So you can create classes and populate those classes with the students in the school that need to be assessed with the DRA. Once the class lists have been created and populated with student record information, you are now ready to carry out a variety of assessments. Click on the teacher site, DRA3, and it will take you to this teacher homepage. Click on this down arrow, select the class you would like to assess, and this will take you to the class page. On this page, it should be populated with all the students in the particular class you've selected, and it will give you access to the assessments that you need to start or that are in progress. You click on the Start button. That will take you to the Launch an Assessment page. And on that page, you will see the Level Estimator Assessment, the Benchmark Assessment, the Word Analysis Assessment, and the Progress Monitoring. In this case, we want to administer the Level Estimator in order to determine the benchmark books we should start with for this student. So I'm going to click on the Level Estimator, and this will take us to the actual assessment by clicking on that. It will take us to the Level Estimator assessment page. That describes the materials that we need. In this case, if we're administering this in person with the student, we need to provide them with the Level Estimator word list or a screen with the Level Estimator word list for students that we are going to assess remotely. Other information that is found on this page includes the date of the assessment, the time of the year when the assessment has taken place, whether it's in real time or not in real time. Detailed instructions for the administration of the assessment, what is expected from the students to receive a credit for each word read, and what the teacher will say to the student prior to the assessment. Once you've provided the student with the word card, either the online version on a screen, if you're administering remotely, or the print card if you're administering in person, explain to the student that they're going to read each word on the card aloud from left to right, row by row, and try not to skip any of the rows and just to do their best. It should be noted here that in order to receive a credit for each word read, the student must read correctly and without hesitation and in a second or less. As the student is reading, any words read incorrectly the teacher will click on those words right on the screen, and it will be registered as an incorrect. If the student hesitates on a word, is stuck on a word for 3 seconds or more, the teacher may help the student and then ask them to move on, and this is also marked as an incorrect.
We said this from people. Could any also ocean guys answer mountain guard weight knives surface juicy height certain beard certainty vacuum pigeon relation language unique eight attendant
Once the student has read 6 consecutive words incorrectly, the test is automatically stopped. You can review the record form at this point. You can save and continue, then save and submit. This component of the online test will total up the words that the student has read correctly on the level estimator, and then will recommend the actual level benchmark book that the teacher can start with the student. Once this test is complete and the benchmark books have been recommended, the teacher can now go directly to the Launch and Assessment homepage and find the benchmark books on that page that have been recommended and start the benchmark assessment immediately, or they can stop the assessment at that point and resume at a later date. If they decide to go ahead with the assessment, they find the books that have been recommended. The teacher can click on that book. If the print copies are available and the teacher is doing this in person, then they will give directions to the student using the print copies, or they will share their screen with the student and launch the online version of the assessment, and then conduct the actual assessment with the online resources. The online component of the DRA3 allows teachers to not only carry out in-person assessment, remote assessment, but to track students' progress over time. And it also provides teachers with information that they can use to determine a student's instructional needs and provide recommendations that teachers can follow for improving students' reading and discrete skills in reading.